Hello and welcome to a brand new video of the opposition preview. I am Diyar and today we'll be looking ahead to the Everton game, 12:30 kickoff on a Saturday away from home. We'll be talking to the guys from the Toffee Blues and getting their perspective ahead of the game. But as always, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. Carlo Ancelotti has been at the club for just over a month now. So how are things going? And how important do you think it is that as a fan base, you remain patient during this transition phase?
Things are going relatively well, even if not perfectly. Of course, we have been knocked out of the FA Cup by Liverpool's reserves, and we've bottled a 2-goal lead against Newcastle in the last home game. So there is plenty of room for improvement, but I think we have improved to an extent, and improve we will. I'm pretty confident of that. We look like we're starting to gel a bit more as a team compared to the shambles we saw towards the end of the Marco Silva era. So we have made some progress in that respect. Like I say, though, there's still lots of improvement needed. The fan base now, and I think this is pretty rare as far as Everton fans go, is almost unanimously behind the manager. Everyone is backing Carlo to help us kick on and hopefully finish in the top six sooner rather than later. It's imperative, though, that we are patient with Ancelotti, because I struggle to think of a manager who is better equipped to get us to the level we want to be at than he is. His record speaks for itself. So with his pedigree in mind, I'm pretty sure we will be very patient with Carlo Ancelotti, certainly more so than we have been with any of his predecessors over the last few years.
Palace's season opener was against Everton. However, that game finished 0-0. Lots of things have changed since then. How do you think that Palace should approach this game tactically?
Well, of course, Ancelotti coming in at our end is the most obvious change, and that has completely changed the mood around Everton. There's a lot more optimism here now. From the outside looking in, I don't think much has changed for Palace since we last played you guys in August. You always look to me as one of the steadier sides. You have good and bad runs of form. Unfortunately, it's one of the latter teams for you guys at the moment. And given that we are in decent form, it may be a case of, in terms of approach, parking the bus early doors for Crystal Palace at Goodison on Saturday and maybe trying to stay on level pegging for a while. Definitely stop us from scoring, because I think if you get to around the 60, 70 minute mark and we haven't scored, the fans can get quite frustrated by that. But like I say, I think that may very well be the Hodgson way anyway. So the circumstances going into this game may well suit you guys more than it suits us, actually. We aren't strangers, of course, to having to break down rigid defences. We've had to do it on many occasions this season and not always done it successfully. So it will be yet another good test of our side's mettle, and we'll see whether we've got what it takes to break down the door, if you like, over 90 minutes. So bring on the challenge is all I can say.
Theo Walcott has looked dangerous lately. Is there any other players that Palace should watch out for, and why?
Well, Walcott is far from our most dangerous attacking outlet, in my opinion. Yes, he kept a cool head in the heat of the moment on Saturday, but there are far more threatening players than him to be looking out for. Richarlison is probably our most well-rounded attacker. He's got speed, strength, skill, and is probably our best finisher to boot. If you don't keep tabs on him, he'll probably get a chance and take it. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is another very physical presence. He's in a good run of form as well. He's into double figures for the season, so once again, he's a player your defenders will have to be on their toes when they come up against. However, in my opinion, if he plays, the most dangerous player for us could well be our Brazilian magician, Bernard. In the last home game against Newcastle, he tore them to pieces off the left wing. So your right back may well need to be on his toes. Definitely needs to be on his A game. Either way, we'll be glad that Bernard isn't coming up against Wan-Bissaka again, because that lad can certainly tackle, and I think that's a big loss to you guys not having him in the team anymore. What I will say about Bernard, he can be quite inconsistent, but if he does play well, he's an absolute joy to watch, and he could be the man, I think, to unlock the resolute defence that I expect to see from your side on Saturday.
Where do you see the game being won and lost on a weekend?
For me, exactly that is where I think the game will be won and lost. I'm not sure whether it is Joel Ward or somebody else playing at right back these days for Palace, but he will have to try and stop Bernard from getting onto his A game, basically stop the link-up play certainly between Bernard and Luca Dean on the left-hand side. And as far as we're concerned, it could be the very same story defensively. Our right-back, Jibril Sidibe, is quite good going forward, but he can be defensively suspect. So if Wilfried Zaha is on the left-hand side for you guys, he could give us some issues there. Our defence will have to be strong to make sure that your star players can't do the damage, and Sidibe in particular, I think, will need to make sure he's switched on to the threat of Zaha's pace, not to mention his bag of tricks and the fact that he's probably a most deadly finisher as well. If he gets a bit of space, he'll probably force a bit of a chance, and hopefully Jordan Pickford will be on his A game as well to stop any chances that do come your way.
And finally, let's have your lineup and score predictions.
As far as the score prediction goes, I'm confident we can win, but it will be anything but easy. Like I say, your defence is notoriously hard to break down, and the onus will be on our lads to find a way through. But I think we will. I'm quite confident. I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say an Everton win, 2-1 to Everton. But whatever happens, best of luck for the season to all you Palace fans out there, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you so much for that. Make sure to check out their channel. Link will be in the description down below. Now, let's talk about Palace. It is going to be a difficult game. However, we do tend to play better away from home due to Roy's tactics, which don't change. And it suits us better when we do play at grounds like Everton's, and where we'll be containing them and then try and hit them on the counter, because I'm sure that lrOTY will set up their side so that they come and push us and try and get that goal or two. And if they don't, the fans will be agitated. So I think the game slightly plays in our favour in that aspect, but it is going to be a difficult game. And against Sheffield United, we did struggle to score goals, but the main positive was we created chances. So I'm not really optimistic going into this game, I'll be honest with you. As you can see us actually losing the game 2-1 potentially. I mean, if we do score a goal, that would be great, because I feel like Everton's got talented players, and right now we're at a stage where it seems like there's a bit of uncertainty at the club with Roy Hodgson and the players. So it's a bit of confusing phase for Palace. So yeah, I'll go for a 2-1 defeat, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. And until next time, up the Palace.